Yo, 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 welcome back to Blitzburg Squad. I'm Wesley Seeley, joined alongside Shane Smith. Thanks for joining us as we dive into the NFL Divisional Playoffs.
Woo, no Steelers!
Yeah.
Says the rest of the NFL.
Yep, exactly.
We're still a little sore about it.
I'm definitely still butthurt about it. All right, man, to kick things off, Saturday, Rams at Packers. Who you got?
All right, so Packers had a nice week off. They didn't double rest players because they were still trying to obtain that number one seed. So they're coming back fresh. Rams, on the other hand, are a team that is bruised and battered and beat up.
Yep.
Donald has that rib injury, and so he's going to play as long as whenever he gets a shot, they don't decide to puncture his rib like Tyrod Taylor.
Hope not.
Right. Donald's a heck of a player. There's a big difference between him and Tyrod Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Goff, who had that surgery. He's just kind of beat up amongst it. And so they're going to probably rely a lot on Cam Akers because their offense is hit or miss anyways. Their defense is legit and could definitely get after Rodgers. But even though the Packers' defense isn't great, I really think Rodgers and Adams and Jones and Valdez-Scantling and all of them are just going to ball out on offense.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, Wolford, is that his name?
Yeah, Wolford,
Don't know,
something.
whatever it is. Okay, so he got injured. Goff came in last game. It's looking like Goff is going to play this game now.
Yeah.
And was it like thumb surgery or
Yeah,
something?
thumb surgery.
Okay.
I believe on his throwing hand.
Okay, so I would think that they would still want to milk that, but I whatever, I don't know. But
Right.
it is what it is. I mean, he's your only shot if you want to win, I guess. So
100%.
he's going to be in there. You're probably right. They're probably going to be relying on Cam Akers because of that too, though. And on the other side of things, I do think Rams' defense is legit. It'll be interesting to see if Jalen Ramsey ends up following Devontae Adams or not. I'll be interested to see that.
I would assume so.
And
Because
then
Adams, I think, has like 17 or 18 touchdowns,
something
if not more.
ridiculous like that. And then Aaron Donald, I mean, even if he's 75 or 80%, you know what I mean? He can still wreck the game.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, this is going to be this might actually be closer than I anticipate. I think the Packers will end up winning this game, but the Rams defense could make this one interesting, honestly.
Yeah, I was going to say Green Bay are listed as 6.5-point favorites. I don't have the score quite as dispersed just because I think the Rams defense can kind of hold them in check, but Aaron Rodgers could ball out because whether they've officially announced or not, I personally believe he's going to be the MVP.
Yeah,
so,
I agree. Totally.
What do you have for a score?
I think I'm going to go Packers 31, Rams 24.
Okay. So you're going above that 6.5 points. I'm
Yeah.
going to go under. I'm going to go I almost said Rams. Whew, no.
Oh.
Packers 28, Rams 24.
Okay. All right. Fair. Then we got the Saturday night game, the Ravens at the Bills.
This is one of the two exciting games. Now, all of them could be exciting, but
Yes.
like just on paper for me, two exciting games. You have Baltimore, who's a team that's, they played honestly with no mercy the last few weeks to be able to get into the playoffs. And the Bills have found a new form level that honestly probably rivals the Chiefs' offense offensively, and their defense has slowly gotten better as the season went on. They both have weapons. It's just a matter of the Ravens in the run game. Is it going to outduel Josh Allen throwing for 400 or 500 yards to Diggs and Brown and Gabriel and Dawson Knox, and how the defenses are going to play on it? I think because the Ravens don't have as good of a pass rush, I'm looking to have Josh Allen have a slight edge on this.
Okay. Fair.
I do think high scoring, though.
Yeah, okay. All right. I kind of think I think the Bills will edge this one out. This will be a definite test for both squads. I mean, obviously they're good enough to get where they're at right now, and the Bills' offense has been super hot the past couple weeks. Ravens' offense has been pretty hot the past couple weeks as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, both these teams are definitely trending at the right time, peaking at the right time. The thing that I wonder about, though, here in this matchup is the Ravens' defense has been usually pretty solid, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of the time.
Yeah.
They usually come together with a good game plan and know how to scheme. And I just feel like they have the right players and the right pieces in place on their defense. Like adding Patrick Queen was a huge addition for them, and he's been balling out. LJ Fort, like same thing, unfortunately.
Don't get me started on him.
Unfortunately, has done really well for them. I just wonder if it's going to be like one of the tougher tasks for Josh Allen, just trying to go against Humphrey and Peters on the outside. And then they've got a physical group up front, which might not get pressure, but they're good at stopping the run, and they've got speed with Queen. Like, I don't know. But on the flip side things, Buffalo's offense with Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen, who's been balling out, and that Gabriel, and now they've got John Brown back. So, like, they've got their weapons, too, and they've been
Cole Beasley.
Yeah, Cole Beasley.
Man, I forget about that guy.
He's machine.
A solid slot guy.
He really is.
They got a 1-2 punch at a running back with that Zach Moss and Devin Singletary.
Yep. I think this will be a close game. I think Bills will edge it out, and I only say that because of Josh Allen, honestly, because we've seen Lamar get a little bit better in the past couple weeks passing the ball. He can definitely flip the switch and run it whenever he wants.
Right, absolutely.
But comparing the passers, I guess I would take Josh Allen. I think that might just be the edge for me.
Right, more of a quick score. Here's another edge that really hasn't been a factor all year, but when the governors and stuff for certain states have allowed it, fans.
True.
And the Bills had fans last week, and I think it was like 12,000 they allowed.
Wow.
It made a difference. I mean, Phillip Rivers was literally, it was like 1 second or 0 seconds on the clock many times when he was snapping that ball.
Wow.
And so this is going to be a real test to have actual fans when you've went basically 17, 18 games primarily without any.
Sure. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't really think about that, but I didn't know they were allowing that many fans there in Buffalo either.
Yeah, most every other state except for Pennsylvania allowed extra states or extra fans and stuff for the playoffs. They allowed, I want to say, I don't know if it's 20 or 25% capacity.
Okay.
So
nice.
We're allowed to have 2,500. So
fair.
Yeah.
Fair. I'm gonna go Bills. What do you got for a score?
I'm gonna say Bills. I'll go 38. Baltimore 30.
38-30. Okay, I'll go.
Make it a little odd score.
All right, let's go Bills 28. I'll go Ravens 26.
Okay.
Pretty close, huh?
Yeah. You think it's a failed 2-point conversion?
Sure.
That'd be impressive.
I guess I didn't think about it that way, but yeah, sure.
I mean, there's many things that could determine it, but that'd be pretty interesting. It could be that Justin Tucker misses a field goal.
That would suck.
Or an extra point.
Right.
I would love to see
Either way, that would suck. All right, then to start the Sunday games, we got the Browns at the Chiefs.
So
I don't feel like talking about one of these teams at least, but I will.
I don't feel like talking about either one of them. We both know people that like both teams, so congrats that you're both in still. Browns won their first playoff game since 1994, since before you and I were born, just to put an age on it for you longtime Brown fans. And the nice thing for the Browns is they're getting a lot of players back that were on the COVID list. They should get Joel Bitonio back, I think.
Oh, yep.
They'll definitely have Ward back, and one of their other corners, I think Harrison. They should have Kevin Stefanski back, and probably a couple of other coaches. So they should be riding high with all the healthy guys that they have unless something happens. So that's going to be a leg up. On the flip side, you're looking at the Chiefs, who their stars got 2 weeks off, and everybody got 1 week off. So it's nerve-wracking because Andy Reid is great coming out of the bye. I want to say he's like 24-6 or something like that all time. But teams that have 2 weeks off with like their stars and that going into it, they have a losing record.
Right.
So it wouldn't surprise me to see an upset here. It's just difficult because as well as the Browns' run game is, Baker still has to show me that he can put everything on his shoulders if he has to. This is the game where you're going to have to unless you're chunking out first downs every 2 runs.
Right.
Because the Chiefs, if they're down 21 points, they can come back in 3 plays and immediately tie it up, or their defense can hold you to a couple of stops for the Chiefs to get literal quick scores. I mean, you're talking, I would say, a minute to 2 minute scores is what they'd hit with Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. I think they're getting Clyde Edwards-Helaire back, Le'Veon Bell. You know, they have McCole Hardman. They have this Robinson guy who's pretty speedy if he can catch and hold on to the ball. So it's going to be tough, and unfortunately Baker hasn't shown it for me, so I'm going to go Chiefs just because I think they're going to put the pressure on and just absolutely keep everything on the Browns.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's what I think. So I think historically, you're right. Like, Andy Reid has been great coming out of the bye, but it's weird because now he's basically got to come out of 2 byes and look sharp, which, I mean, undoubtedly could, but you never know. So for the Chiefs, as long as they can come out and look as sharp as they have when they're, like we had said, I think we talked about, you got Hill with whatever lingering injury he might have been dealing with.
Yeah,
like
I want to say
ankle,
he had
knee,
a hamstring or something.
Same thing with Kelce. He had some kind of injury he was dealing with kind of throughout the season there at the end. So you got 2 weeks to get those guys definitely healthy. I think you said Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah, he had that hip injury, and I want to say they expected him back for this game because I do not believe they placed him on IR.
Oh, okay. So he might be back even in the mix. Like, they should be completely healthy, completely ready to roll. I guess it would just, hopefully, as long as they look as sharp as they can, and bring it. And then for the Browns side of things, I would say just do what you do best and run the football. Keep it out of Mahomes' hands, and don't let them get the lead. And if you do let them get the lead, don't panic. Like, because I could easily see Stefanski hasn't been there to the playoffs. Baker hasn't been there in this big a stage yet. It's like, you just don't know what you're going to get if they're matched up. I mean, everybody looks at the Chiefs as the top echelon right now. Like, they're up there. And so, like, I would say just for the Browns, like, keep doing what you're doing, run the ball, and you can do that well. Do the play action, do the rollouts with Baker. Just keep doing that stuff, and don't try to do too much. You know what I mean?
If I'm the Browns, and maybe this is ballsy, I'm the Browns, I win the coin toss, I'm taking the ball.
Sure.
And I want to go down the field, whether it's 3 points or 7 points, and I want to get points on the board because then you put the quote-unquote pressure on Mahomes. So that way, if by some chance your defense stops him 1 or 2 times and you're able to pile up another score or 2, sure. Or they're not out of it, but...
Yeah. Or think if you get like a fluky like tip pass at the line from Mahomes, and then it's picked off and Browns are already up 7-0, and then they're in Chiefs territory. Also, too, like, Chiefs rushing defense has never been, I don't know what it looks like this year, but it's never been very great the past couple seasons. So that could really be the Achilles heel in this matchup. Like, that could really be the X factor that could really pull the upset for the Browns. Like, they could run with Chubb and Hunt, who we've said probably the best duo, running back duo in the league.
Right.
They could really run them this victory. You know, as long as they are able to control the clock and then control the lead so they don't let it get out of hand 21-0 or 21-3 or something like that. You know what I mean? They could easily run the ball and continue to do so.
Right. I still don't think they're going to do it, though.
Yeah.
I'm going Chiefs.
It's tough. It's tough, man.
It's tough. I mean, we don't want to sound like those analyticals, and it's possible for the Browns to do it. But it seems like when the Chiefs face good opponents, they bring it. They show no mercy. I mean, look what they did to the Ravens.
Yeah.
And their defense came out and balled that game. And
the Ravens' defense is better than the Browns.
Oh, yeah, I would say so. If not comparable, at least.
Right, exactly.
I would say better just because, you know, they did lose Olivier Vernon, and
true.
The Ravens have, I think, a better middle linebacker duo.
Yeah.
To go for it. So, yeah, I'm
Chiefs
going
just
Chiefs.
Have so many weapons, man. It's hard to stop.
Yeah, I mean, it's impossible to stop. It's just more trying to contain.
Yeah, exactly.
And unfortunately,
you limit it?
I think that bottle's going to get popped.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
what do you think?
I agree. I'm still going to take Chiefs. I mean, I think, like, it could be a close game. Browns can really bring it here, but it's just, like you said, it's so hard to contain those guys. Mahomes and Hill, they just got too much speed and savviness. So, yeah, I'm going to go Chiefs. Man, I don't know. I think it's going to, honestly, this isn't my bias bleeding through, but I'm going to say Chiefs go 38. I'll say Browns go 27.
Okay. I'm going further disparity than that.
Are you?
You know, and here's
this is
why.
your bias bleeding through. Just admit it.
I'm going 45-28 Chiefs. And my whole thought is Chiefs are going to get up. Mayfield's going to have to throw it. They're not going to be able to rely on that run game anymore.
Okay.
You know, I think Chiefs are going to get up by a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah.
Put them in almost a panic mode, and they're going to have to abandon the Browns game, and they're going to have Baker throw it over and over and over and over again, like we had to do last week. And he just hasn't proven to me yet that he can, he could keep up with Mahomes. And so I think it's going to turn into a big disparity just because they get down early.
Yeah, we talked about the Browns getting off to a hot lead. But what if the Chiefs take the ball, get 7, Browns go 3 and out, Chiefs get another 7, then you're looking at 14-0. It could obviously and easily be swapped on that side of things too.
Exactly.
So I see your point there. 45-28.
Yeah, 45-28.
Yikes.
Big disparity, 17 points.
No kidding. All right, and then to wrap things up, Sunday evening, got the Buccaneers at the Saints.
Yeah, Saints and Bucs, third meeting this season. This is the second game of the week for me, and I think this is going to be the most exciting for a couple of reasons. This is probably Bree's last postseason.
Probably.
Whether it's his last game or not, that's yet to be known. And because it's division, I think there's going to be that chippiness, that anger, and so, it can be kind of exciting to watch. They're both great teams. Bucs offense, it's almost as stacked as the Chiefs. I mean, in all honesty, they have 3 number 1 wide receivers. They have Antonio Brown, who was our number 1.
Yep.
They have Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. Then you're looking at Rob Gronkowski, Cameron Brate as their tight ends, which is a great 1-2 duo.
Mm-hmm.
They have Leonard Fournette. They have this, I think it's Sean Vaughn, and they have, I don't know who the other guy is.
Running back?
Yeah.
Ronald Jones?
Yeah, Ronald Jones. He's their starter. And he can, they can all ball out. Then you're looking on the defensive side, Antoine Woodfield Jr. is solid.
Your boy Devin White.
Devin White, I mean, he's so good at disguising his blitz and then shooting up that gap and just drilling you because he's as fast as Devin Bush. Mm-hmm. He's just a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So because of that, he causes a lot more distraction and destruction because being a bigger body, he's going to theoretically hit you harder. Mm-hmm. He's going to be in your way more, cause things like that. The Saints, they have Michael Thomas, they have Alvin Kamara, they have, Drew Brees or even Taysom Hill to do some different things. And their defense is stout. But I want to say out of their front 4, unless they've gotten healthy, they still have some injuries lingering where some of those guys are going to be out. And unfortunately, I don't see Brady losing to a team 3 times ever. It's never been done because his division was bad for years, whether that was because of him or because of the division in general. But I just can't see him losing 3 times to one team in a season.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, if this was if it were to happen, this would be the season, this 2020 wacky season. It's kind of a tall task for the Saints. I'm not saying they can't do it, obviously, because they're a solid team as well. But like you said, man, Bucs are so stacked on offense, and Brady's been playing great for a 43-year-old dude. Like,
oh yeah,
it's ridiculous. I mean, nothing against Breeze, because Breeze has looked pretty good too.
Right. There's just a difference between the two now.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can see it in like we said, to me, having the Bucs choose, to me, this is Bree's last game. If Brady was to lose this game somehow, I don't think he hangs it up.
No.
He still looks too good.
He said he wants to play till he's 45.
Yeah. he's on pace to do it.
Right.
He could probably almost play till he's 50 at this point.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I hate it.
I hate it too. Just defies father time.
He's good. I mean, I can't deny it anymore. He went to a new system, new team, and he's 100%. Still balling.
Yep. And I almost kind of trust a little bit more the Bucs defense more than I do the Saints defense in this situation.
I would agree.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, both are solid defenses, but I don't know, like Winfield, Devin White, Even the Bucs front four, man.
Oh, yeah. They have JPP.
Yeah.
They have Ndamukong Suh. I think they have Vita Vea, unless he's hurt.
And then they have that Shaquille Barrett, that outside linebacker. Dude's quick as heck, too. I mean, he's gotten a lot of QB pressures this year.
Levante David.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
their front seven's sweet.
They have so much talent that it would be a waste for them not to make it to the championship game.
And like you said, that third matchup this season, the Saints have got the best of them. The first two, here's the one that matters. Here it is, out on the line.
And this is when Brady's clicking the most.
I was gonna say, you get playoff Brady. Sorry,
playoff Brady plus him hitting that connection with AB, who I think is considered their number 3.
Give me a break.
Like, it's just not even fair.
Give me a break. All right. I'll take the Bucs in this one. I think it will be close, though. I think Bucs will edge them, but I think it will be close. I'll go Buccaneers 34, Saints 31.
Okay. That's a good score. I was thinking of that score. I'm going to go Bucs 31, Saints 28. I think it's going to stay within 3.
Okay. I like it. Oh, I like it. That wraps up all the games, man.
Yeah, that wraps up the games. So we've decided, again, we picked the same teams. If you weren't here for the last one, we're punishing ourselves if we do wrong, even if we are picking the same ones. So if we get 2 out of the 4 wrong this week, we'll have a punishment. Last week, out of the 6 games, we said if we did 2 wrong, there would be a punishment. Lo and behold, the Steelers were the ones that needed to come through for us.
Right, and they didn't, unfortunately.
No.
And so this challenge that we're going to do is going to be on a separate video. You're going to have to go over and check that video out to find out exactly what it is. We're not going to tell you.
Oh, there you go.
We're not going to tell you. So you have to go and check it out for yourself. But it's probably pretty stinking hot. We've actually had this before, and it's not. It wasn't very friendly to us the first time.
No, and that was with help to limit the flavor.
Right. So you guys will have to go and check that out. And as always, comment your predictions, scores down below. Let us know your thoughts for the games this weekend. Let us know what your X factors are, what you're most excited for this weekend. And yeah, man, I'm excited. We got the couple more matchups, and we got the big one, man. So
yeah, absolutely. And the nice thing about this is, as much as it sucks that we're out, I don't have to worry about having a heart attack this week.
Right. Kick your feet back, relax.
Enjoy it and watch the Twitter roll.
And just watch it as a football fan, man. But you got anything else to add, man?
Nope.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks again for everybody tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks.
Thank you.